live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
BYOB weekend show. We are back again. We made it another weekend. I am Rose Fauntleroy. We have a whole panel. We got a full house today, y'all. We're not going to act up. We're going to be good. We are interviewing women today for this $1 million grant, for a portion of this $1 million grant that our coach, Dr. Danielle Winningham, is bestowing on deserving women to either start their businesses or take their businesses to the next level. And on our panel this morning, we have first let's let the BYOB weekend team say good morning to everybody, and then we're gonna get started. We are interviewing these ladies this morning. Panel, go. Turn on your speakers, turn on your cameras. I can't hear you, Vicky. I can see you though. You look pretty.
I'm gonna jump right in while my sister works on her technology. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the BYOB Weekend Edition. I'm so thankful to be here on the platform of our amazing coach, Danielle Winningham. And I am Dr. Cynthia R. Armstead on all social media platforms, and I am known as the Debt Reset Doctor. You know, sometimes life will just knock us down and knock the wind off of us. But over here, what we do is we take those lemons, we make lemonade, we dust ourselves off, we just get back up and we hit that reset button. So women hire me to hit the reset button when they're feeling down and defeated and knocked off of their feet, to just come back up, take that second wind, that breath of fresh air, hit the reset button and get it started all over again. It's a mindset. And over here in our community, we like to say, we just get mad. And over here, that means a good thing, because when you get mad, you make a decision that you have an opportunity to take control of your best life and move forward. Welcome, everybody. Vicky, come on in. Sis, come on in. No sound. This is live. And this is what happens, and it's okay.
Say she's going to get off and come back.
So she'll go out and come back in.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, for you. You know, sometimes technology won't let you be great, but you got to work around.
Sure won't.
You got to work around that thing and make it great.
Yes.
I'm over here trying to start a watch party and it's telling me I can't do it. What?
Right.
No such a thing.
Get your watch party started, ladies. Share.
Yeah, share, because sharing is what?
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
Oh, got it. So you're right. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for Miss Vicky to come back in, I think because we have such a full house, we're going to go ahead and get to rolling. What y'all think? Let's see.
Rock and roll.
Let's do the drum roll. Who's gonna be the first one up? Let's see here. Angela.
Yes.
The first question is for you, my dear. If you are selected for your grant, how would you use this grant? How would you use this grant in your business to make the world a better place?
Well, how I would use it is about what I'm doing now, because I have been a volunteer chaplain for the jail facility for women. I really want to continue to give them knowledge, give them encouragement. I will continue this if I am selected to be passionate about others, because that's what it's all about. We realize that it's not about us, and it's about us giving into other people's lives. That's the most important thing. But I will be able to give back to those that are less fortunate, as well as the women in prison, as well as our communities.
Rose, I want to take a step back for a moment, and because of our audience that's out there that's watching, so they clearly understand what we're doing this morning. We have a panel of beautiful women here selected this morning, and these women were selected to go on to the next phase of an interview process. Our coach, Danielle Winningham, is giving away $1 million. $1 million. And no one else, no other coach that I know of right now during this current season that we're all going through is giving that type of opportunity away. It's called the Free Women Grant. And so these ladies started the process by first going to bit.ly/freewomen2020 to apply to get their portion of the money, or as I like to say, your piece of the pie. So this morning we are interviewing them all. They have made it on to the second round of this phase, which is an interview phase where we talk to them about their desires, about the requirements if they're chosen for the grant with coach, and about their aspirations and their feelings about how they can utilize these grant monies to continue to move forward in their amazing efforts and on their platforms, as well as joining this amazing community. Because I know for me, the community is everything. So I didn't want to interrupt you guys. Angela, that was absolutely amazing, but I just wanted to let our listening audience out there, as we're starting all the watch parties and everything, let them know what we're all doing. So Mama Rose,
thank you, Dr. Cynthia, for putting that part up for us. See, that's what we do over here. We're a team. So, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Dr. Cynthia, you want to take the next question?
All right. I think let's take that same question and let's go to Shanetta, Miss Green, looking all beautiful over there this morning. Look at that smile, it's so beautiful. I just had to go there. So let's take the same question.
And the question was, what would I do with the funding and how would I use it and give it back, correct? The way I would use it, I just started my own nonprofit, which is Shattered But Not Broken. And it's to help empower women and children of domestic violence. And it's not really just to empower women and children of domestic violence. My thing is to empower the community, to bring wisdom and knowledge and understanding of this cycle. Not only just women and children, because it's called intimate partner relationship, no matter what kind of relationship that you're in. And so we can go into educating the community to let us know that it's everybody's business when someone lose their lives to the hands of someone that they love. So giving back is because I am a survivor of domestic violence, and I'm grateful and thankful to be here. So when God allows you to still be amongst the living, well, how should I not give back and help somebody else not lose their lives to someone that they love? So giving back is educating the community on domestic violence and letting everybody know this is a serious crime. And we're losing too many lives. And I'm at the point every time you look, is somebody is losing their life, especially at this time when we are going through COVID-19. It is really, really on the rise. So without the education, and without being in that field and doing that groundwork and giving back, it's just a cycle that just continues to go on and on.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Wow, that's amazing. I see a lot of people on the panel shaking their heads. Yes, in agreement and understanding. Cherie, I think I saw you shaking your head. So I'm going to ask you if you want to chime in on that question too.
Yeah, so thank you, Shanetta. I'm just really inspired by what you are up to. So thank you for that. My way of sharing and giving back is a little bit different path. I have worked a long time in corporate America and achieved, you know, some great levels of success. And I remember Danielle telling me a couple of years ago, you know, to really evaluate on what I can do with my life and how to move on from there. And I know a lot of women are struggling to survive. There's a lot of frustration that women of color go through in the workplace. And I think the fact that I've had some success and I've also learned some things the hard way, that I can share a lot of information with other women to help them be successful. And so there's a couple of things that came to mind. One is like really doing the coaching to help people, to let them know the rules of the game that aren't shared with us, help them to be successful, and more importantly, help them to get into places where they can make decisions and help change structures and systems so that more of us can move through, more of us can achieve, more of us can be successful, and we can start to change the rules of the game so that we can win as well, full out.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent answer, ladies. And Shanetta, I just want to applaud you for having the courage and the bravery to share how you will give back and what you've been through. I think that is beautiful that you have that and now able to open up and share that with the world.
Yeah.
Since we see Dr. Vicky is back in the house with us, Vicky, you want to take the next question?
Okay, ladies, what question are we on?
You could just pick one from the list.
Okay. Let's see here. Hope I don't have any more technical difficulties.
You good? You good? We got you.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. I hope you all haven't asked it because I'm not sure which ones you have. But what, if anything, do you foresee will stop you from completing this course? And we can start with Ramona.
Nothing will stop me from completing this course because inspiring people, spreading inspiration and encouragement has been a dream of mine forever. And I've kind of been doing it all my, my teenage years and up, just to know that is what I was doing. But with this opportunity, the grant, the training, the teaching, the knowledge, and the wisdom that will come from it, nothing will stop me from moving forward.
Good. Okay. Angela, what about you?
Also, nothing will stop me from completing this course because I can recognize a divine connection when I see one. And to everything, there's a season and a timing. So I know that this is my time. So it wouldn't be nothing to stop me, nothing at all. Even if I have to sacrifice something else, it would be nothing stopping me from completing this.
Good stuff. Anyone else would like to answer that?
I can, if it's okay. Actually, nothing. Well, I'm Shaquana Jackson. Nothing will stop me from completing this course because through it all, since I was a little girl, this always been a dream to own my own business, become New York's best-selling author, to make movies and everything. And I had to learn the hard way because a lot of things in my small town where I'm from, I didn't have the knowledge that I needed to go on through this successfully and smoothly. I had to learn a lot of bumps and stumbling blocks in the road. I had a lot of negativity, but when you have something placed in your heart, you will get back on that train, and guess what? You will learn from the mistakes, and you will learn from those lessons, and you will take that in, and you will switch that around, and then you will do better. And that's how you keep going forward. So even when they tried to stop me, I just found other avenues and ways to accomplish all that I have. And I'm still on my way.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Good stuff. Good stuff.
That was good. That was good.
Excellent. But I'm gonna challenge you all, ladies, a little bit because that's just who I am.
It's true.
You all say that there's nothing that can stop you. And I want to, we've heard from Ramona, we've heard from Angela, we've heard from Shanta, Shaquana. In that same vein, they say that there's nothing, and what would stop you? And if there's nothing that would stop you, what are some of the sacrifices you are willing to make to stay on your path to be successful? Because
Okay.
entrepreneurship is not a straight line.
Yes, of course. I've been doing it for a while now. There's a lot of sacrifices that I'll be willing to make right now. It's even time. Just making sacrifices in time, making my schedule available so I can push behind my goal and my dreams. I just feel like if I was always working a 9 to 5 and I can push that time and make time to help somebody else build their dream, because no matter what job I have, it's always somebody else's dream. And I just got sick and tired of it. And I feel like if I can take time for them, then I can definitely make time for me. Also, when it comes to finances, I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't been handing anything. I haven't been giving anything. So I find ways and avenues to help raise money for myself so that I can become where I need to be. Even with this pandemic going on, I have a new inspirational book that I'm dropping next month during a pandemic. So I found a way to get these books into these people's hands to get reviews so I can become Amazon's bestseller. Whatever it is for me to do, I would definitely do it. I'm a mother of one. I have a daughter and she looks up to me. And I want to let her know no matter what, you can always find a way to be successful. And there's tools and strategies. And sometimes you're going to sacrifice things, but guess what? It's going to all work out at the end. I know that.
Absolutely.
Girl.
Yes.
Cherie, I'm going to pose that same question to you.
You say, Cherie?
Yes.
So yeah, I'm with Shaquana. I think that, you know, there's time, there's money, there's sleep, there's, you know, hard work. It's sometimes, you know, having to do multiple things at one time just to make sure. And having been on jobs where you're pushing someone else's dream. I like the way she said that. You're working hard for someone else's dream and that you don't get the same kind of satisfaction from that because you know you're not really living your purpose and what you should be doing. And I think Angela said this too. It's like when you know that there's some kind of calling for you and your purpose is in front of you, you know that you have to go through it. I think that, you know, I woke up the other day in the middle of the night just really thinking about the grant and what I would do and everything else and really feeling called because work I'm trying to do in corporate America around making people successful is really around diversity, inclusion, and equity. You know, and it's around that. Yeah, I want them to be successful, but I also want women to be empowered to help change the world. So this is beyond just me helping people get better at their job and get better jobs and better pay. It's around us being well positioned to change the world so that the rest of the folks that come after us don't even have to have that struggle. The game has changed, the board has changed, and we've changed it. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to roll. Nothing can stop me at this point because it's like we're here. Here's the time. Here's the opportunity. It's just on my heart and on my soul and on my spirit.
Very good. Good answer. Tatiana, I'm going to
Yes.
pose the same question to you.
So the question was, what are we willing to sacrifice? I know that from the panel, I'm 25. I initially started my business in order to empower myself and to supplement my income after leaving a relationship that I put my all into. I want to give that same resource to people who may feel that they don't have the know-how or they don't have the ability to do for themselves. So my main concern was joining groups because I didn't know where to start. There was no book, there was no tool, there's nothing I could go to that I thought. But the internet is just a major resource. The things that I'm willing to sacrifice is, of course, my time. I'm a single mom now, so I would have to put some things on the back so that I can make a forefront because I've constantly fought for a seat at the table, and now I want to make our own table so that when people have questions, I can give them a knowledgeable answer and the guidance and the empowerment of feeling like I can do this and that I have a team to support me. I totally my life putting others first. And while I want to still keep that a priority, I'm looking for making myself that resource first.
Let me unmute. Ladies, I tell you, y'all are on the one today. Y'all are amazing. I applaud you all. Dr. Cynthia, you want to take the next question?
I've always said, and I still stand on this, looking at all the beautiful ladies on the panel. There's just collage of beauty and strength and knowledge and information. And I always say, my story may not be exactly your story, but it's only probably 6 degrees of separation between my story and your story, or your story and my sister's story, or my story and my aunt's story, so it's all connected. And the information that I'm hearing today, is just amazing and eye-opening. And I still, stand on that point, and together we strengthen each other. So the next question I'm going to pose this question to Miss Ramona. Miss Ramona, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, and understanding that as women, we are natural born givers. We want to give, we want to give, we want to give. But what we also have to understand is that we have to make sure that we're on solid base, that we have a solid platform and a solid foundation before we can start all of the pouring out. We have to make sure that what we're doing is built on solid ground. So with that being said, Ms. Ramona, I'm going to ask you, if selected for this grant, how would you be able to better invest in areas of your business to create that stable foundation so that you're structured on stable ground, and then you will be able to do what it is, your gift that you brought here to do, to be able to pour into others? So what would you be able to do to invest in the stability of your business?
Okay, my business is Ramona's Aromas of Inspiration. And it's an inspirational business where I started with a blog and some t-shirts, but it has expanded over the course of the COVID. Of course it has. But it's to uplift, encourage, and inspire others all over the world. And if afforded this opportunity, it will help me to be better organized. And it would, like I said earlier, give me the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that I need to move forward in business, because I've never been a business owner before now. Everything I've learned, I've done the research. I hadn't had the mentorship and help that I needed before. And I know that this will help me to move forward and help encourage others, and just give them the knowledge that they need as well going forward.
Miss Ramona, are there any areas of your business, if you started it, where you can kind of build the foundation and make it stronger? Sometimes I hear women say they need different things, marketing, technology, various different things. What are some of those places, some of those gaps that you like to fill?
Definitely marketing, like with the social media and stuff. I'm not, real familiar with it. I've just been, playing around with it. But I know with this help, I could do it the right way, So, but yeah, definitely will definitely grow the social media platform and I'll say all the areas that I need, because like I said, I'm familiar with it. I'm just kind of just fishing through and just doing stuff on my own, and I need that. I really need the extra help to broaden it.
No, you definitely will get it over here. It seems like you definitely will get it over here. Ms. Shawnetta, same question.
Well, for me, I'm in school. Actually, I'm going to college right now, and I started. I thought I was going to have to wait till I finish college in order to start the business. So the way I keep myself encouraged and grounded on the foundation is that I'm starting a foundation. So I'm in process of opening up the nonprofit. As you know, I did the first step. And so with the resources, it would help me to get to that next level with the 501c and to be able to build up from that. One of my things is hearing her, I see everybody go live. I'm not technical like that yet either. That's kind of, I don't know why it's a fear factor, because I've been sharing my story for years. God has given me strength to go out there, and we did a domestic violence. We did a candlelight visual, my first candlelight visual, and October. We've been doing a lot of things, just like they say, building a brand. So I've been speaking out for years, sharing my story, but bringing the vision, to because as a survivor, I feel like you can give all the material in the world and people reading the material, you're just talking to them. But when you give them a visual, they can better understand it. So with building a foundation and with the resources, it would help me upstart and to be able to run with it. And so that's where I'm at. I'm at that place right now where I'm building a foundation. And so with the help, it would really help me to increase it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your story is definitely the glory in it, and somebody out there needs to hear that. You have to take the mask off and be transparent sometimes, because it helps to continue to heal us and help us, but it also helps that next individual to understand that they're not the only one. Because sometimes when you're in the midst of something, you think it's just you, until there's someone who is strong enough and transparent enough to say, let me take off that veil and show you, that I've been there too. And let me show you how I have built that foundation to build a way out of it. And, come with me like the Pied Piper. I can show you the way too.
Yes,
So,
always tell them it's
Angela
sunshine
Ford.
after the pain. It's always
Yes,
sunshine after the pain of everything you go through.
Angela Ford, what's your take on that? What do you think?
Well, my take on that is that my foundation is definitely built on the kingdom of God first. And I just thank God again for this great opportunity, whereas time and the timing is just everything, because I've been working on a job maybe 5 more months before the year. And then I have my 501c3, but I have had it for 8 years. But I just need to really know how to go about in order to help the people that I need to help. I'm just getting some more direction. But I think this opportunity will be a great opportunity for me. The thing about it is that my people perish for the lack of knowledge, but through knowledge, the just is delivered. And that concept is that when you have the knowledge, you can move to the next phase, which is understanding what you have learned. And then without that, you can't move to the next phase of applying it. So the knowledge plus the understanding, and then the application, which is the wisdom of it. That's what I'm seeking after. So I can be able to better help, not only, like I said, my heart is towards the women in prison, as well as our community. And I want to better help our community, because when you don't know, you're just ignorant to the fact that you don't know things. And a lot of people just don't know. But when you are being taught, then they can be, better able to be better citizens, and then they can function, as individual with the pride that they need. Some people have been beat down for so many years that they are, just discouraged at this point. But this is our job to go about helping them. Like I said earlier, when we realize it's not about us and it's about helping those individuals that need it, that's why Coach is blessed the way she is, because she's giving back. And anytime you give back, and it's not that we're looking for money in return, but that's the way it is. It's just benefits in the kingdom when you learn how to obey God.
Absolutely. I'm going to cut in here for a second, because based on what you said some powerful things. Our people perish for the lack of knowledge. And when you give back, when you sincerely give back, as Coach is doing, it helps to uplift the kingdom, and it also helps to bless other people. And on that, you all see, talking to our audience out here, you all see these beautiful ladies here this morning on the panel. You hear them being interviewed. If you would like to fill out your application, if you would like to be able to be eligible for your interview on getting a portion of a $1 million grant that our coach, Dr. Danielle, is blessing people with. She's giving back in a mighty way through her foundation.
Yes,
If
yes,
you would like to put in your application, you can go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Don't let this opportunity in this time pass you by, because when will you know who will be giving out this much, not just money, but education,
yes,
sisterhood, camaraderie. And it's not just for the women. I think we had a man the other night who put in his application. So, men, we know that you all run businesses too. We also know that you all think differently than us women do. So, we would assuredly welcome you in the community as well. So that's
Exactly.
my, oh, and don't forget now, share the broadcast, because sharing is caring. Now, Dr. Cynthia,
Yes,
I'll let you move on to the next person, and then we'll bring you in with a
Well, that
question.
conversation was about foundation. I think Miss Angela just summed that up really, really well, baby, about that strong, strong foundation. I just thank you for that. And you guys know Rose and Vicky, she touched on what I talk about all the time is that 40-40-40 plan. And if you heard her loud and clear, she's at the tail end of that plan that someone else has laid out for us, that you're going to work 40 years of your life, 40 hours a week to retire for 40% of your pay. Somebody else laid that foundation for us.
yes,
We're taking
yes,
control and we're laying our own foundation. And it's
yes,
never too late. Think of all of the experiences and the knowledge and the wisdom that she's gained in just shy of these 40 years, and how she's going to apply that, and how she's already
That's right.
apply that to the foundation of what it is that she's destined to do. So it's all a part of the journey. It's not a mistake. It's actually a learning opportunity and a learning experience. And now she's
Yes, right.
that. She's able to take that and move on. So thank you, Miss Angela, for bringing that
God bless you.
and bringing that home for us. I'm going to defer to the lovely Miss Vicky Kirk May and let her take over with the next question.
Okay. I got ladies. How open, I'm an educator. And so I love the teaching and learning process. To me, the most important part of that process is the feedback. So how open are you to honest feedback in a group setting?
You took my question.
Oh, okay. Dang.
That's all right. That's all right, though. That's what we do over here.
Okay, that's okay. Look, that's
we
okay.
Team over here.
See, that's what happens when you come in late.
That's all right. You own it though. That's
okay.
it.
Okay, let's see. Well, somebody else asked a question, because I have no idea what you all did before I got here.
No, they haven't answered that one yet.
No, they haven't.
They haven't answered. Oh, okay.
No. I didn't mean to confuse you. That's the question I was going to ask. No, you
okay.
good.
Oh,
you good.
okay.
You did just fine.
I got you. Okay. So how open are you to receiving that type of feedback? And when I say in a group setting, I literally mean in a group setting. Literally. Upfront and honest feedback. Can you take it?
Can you take the bricks?
Oh, the bricks are coming.
Okay.
Prepare, put on your helmet, whatever you need to do.
Let's hear from I think
you got a hand up.
Yes. I'm one of the first ones to give feedback. So, if you always got your mouth open to help receive it, I consider myself a person of thick skin based on all that I've gone through. So I actually welcome feedback. I'm in a couple of business groups where we built a community of women lifting up each other. So we post our website. We're like, can you guys give me guidance on where to go? What would you do differently? What do you think? I welcome questions, comments, and concerns. My business actually hasn't launched just yet. It launches on Monday. So I've spent the most of this doing marketing to my audience to welcome them to, give me questions, comments, concerns. And feedback for me is basically more eyes are better than my two, especially because I need contacts or glasses to see out of. So I'm always asking for people to give me their feedback, so that I have a direction as to where to go. Because like we said, everybody in this panel has different experiences and they've all gained different wisdom. And wisdom is wealth, especially coming from like-minded individuals. So I just actually appreciate that, whether it's in a group or not. I'm excited for the experience.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Cherie, what about you? Are you willing to listen, to receive the feedback? I coin it as, are you able to swallow and follow?
Right. I like how you said that. To me, feedback is really a gift because it lets you, it helps you see your blind spots, right? Because you can't see everything. And every successful athlete has a coach, right? And you have to take that feedback so that you can get better. And when you understand that the coach is there to help you be better, and you welcome that. And then in the group setting, I think that's great because the coach might be coaching somebody else, but it then blesses you in return. So just being there. So sometimes we're all sharing. Somebody might need something different than you, but you still get to learn from that. And so you get enriched like 4 times as much, even if it's not you that's getting coached, right? So to me, group setting makes everybody learn more faster. And that just helps us accelerate towards living our purpose, doing what we're supposed to be doing. And so I welcome it. I think it's necessary. I think it's helpful. I think it's healing. So yeah, I'm open. I'm ready.
Oh, good. That's great. That's great. Shanetta, what about you?
Well, earlier, when it's come to feedback, being in college at my age, and when you have to respond to everybody, you give a lot of feedback. So it really gets you out your comfort zone. And then we were challenged where we had to grade some of our peers. So, and I like feedback because I'm the one that's always questioning something. Like, you want to make sure that you're on the right path. And if you don't get feedback, how you going to know if you're learning anything? And so a lot of times when it comes to feedback, sometimes we don't want to hear the truth. So, but we have to take it, and that's the only way we're going to grow if somebody is real honest with us to let us know what we're doing wrong, if we're going in the right direction. And I know sometimes as women and strong women, it's hard for us to take that feedback too. So, like they say, iron sharpens iron. So we definitely have to help each other grow.
That's great. I love this question because one thing I know about Coach, and for those of you who are still on the fence or you still wondering whether or not this is for you, I'm just going to suggest that if you want someone that's going to invest in you enough, okay, to give you honest feedback, to make sure that you're growing, that you're thriving, that you're moving from one point to the next, you want to go on and go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Because when I tell you, you're going to get your whole life, your whole business life, if you do this. Do not, I know for a fact, whenever I go on and make the decision, success is right behind. I mean, like quickly. So you need to go on and just apply right now. Stop straddling the fence because you need that feedback. You need to hear from someone that cares enough to give you great advice. Not just great advice, but godly advice at that. And so, ladies, you all did great on that question. Great job.
I'm going to jump in here with the last question of the session. This is your last interview question, ladies. You see us here this morning on the BYOB Weekend Show, and you see us doing different things in the community because I'm sure you've been following, Coach. Well, we are volunteering in the community because that's what keeps the community growing, and that's a part of what teaches you how to do certain things in your business, because you only learn by the doing, by applying what the knowledge that you've learned. So my last question for each of you is, if you are selected for this grant, how available are you to work on additional volunteer assignments to facilitate your learning in your business and in the community? Who wants to jump in?
I can.
Okay.
I'm definitely open to any volunteering activities that you guys have for the community. I do it now. I do a lot of volunteering. I know how very important it is and how important it is to give back. Like I said, I'm from a small town. We don't have much, and we're not exposed to things that maybe people in large areas are. And so with the knowledge I have, I would like to go back and spread it to people so they can be better in their business or be better with themselves by just being exposed to things they may had lack of knowledge. And so with that said, right now, I'm volunteering at libraries. You know, I'm an author, and I have my own publishing company. And so I go to libraries, you know, I read to children, I go to schools, I motivate them not only through my writing, because my writing do have lessons within itself, but I also motivate people to know that, hey, it doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter the poverty, that we can still overcome it and we can still strive it. And so just being in front of them, showing them that I am right here and I'm where you're from. And if I can do it, you can do it too. So I always use my time to utilize helping somebody grow in their field. And I always use my time to let them know that you can overcome anything, any obstacle, no matter what, if you don't ever give up.
Thank you, Shaquana, for that. I'm going to go on and pose this same question to Ramona. How available are you to volunteer in this community, in the community that you are interviewing for this grant right now? How available would you be to take on volunteer assignments?
I'm 100% available, and I volunteer from time to time with my church. I'm normally one of the first ones to step up to the plate and say, yes, I volunteer. Several times throughout the year, me and a group of ladies get together and volunteer at the homeless shelter. We do different stuff for them, different events. A part of another group, Women Who Fear God Ministries, that does a lot of volunteer work to reach back out into the communities and help. So I'm 100% available.
Okay, thank you for that. Shanetta?
I've been available for a long time, ever since I've been sharing my story. And I volunteer with churches. I get phone calls to, to go out and speak. I've also been a part of a play where I volunteer my time for that. And the name of that play was Shattered. And so I do a lot of volunteer work. And now with time and school, it's just balance. You know, you just have to find that balance to be able to volunteer. I know because, we all busy. We all have lives. We're women. We multitaskers. So being available is like, I'm critique because I like when people do call or they need me to speak or they're doing something. And I don't just make myself available whenever somebody asks me. I make myself available when I know something's going on as well. So if I know something is going on in the community and another organization is doing something with domestic violence, I make myself available. I'm at the table. I invite myself to the table. So I don't have to get the invite. I also go when I know something is going on. So I am available whenever needed.
Okay. Angela, I'm going to pose the same question to you. In this community here, if you are granted this grant, how available would you be to take on volunteer assignments for whatever coach may need or want us to do in our business? Angela?
Yes.
I pose that same question to you.
Okay. Somehow I got disconnected
You're fading in and out.
I done put in 27 years out. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay. I am open and available because, like I say, I volunteer. I out at the women's jail with degree concerning that, and God be the glory for that. As well as I have to give back to the community. I have a over the phone Bible study as well as a prayer call throughout the week, Tuesday and Thursday. So I am open for that because my passion is helping people.
Okay. Cherie, I'm gonna pose that same question to you. If you're asked to volunteer in our community, how available are you to do that?
You know, Rose, very. I've had the opportunity to watch the community for a little bit and be kind of on the fringe for a short amount of time here. And what I've noticed is when you're called upon and asked to help do something, it's actually training you to do something in your own business. So it's like you're volunteering, but you're getting something back to help you do your own business. You know what I'm saying? So it's really reciprocal. So it doesn't even feel like volunteering. It feels like you're just getting some kind of training. You're getting extra coaching by having a job to do. And you're helping the community. So you're helping the other women that are helping lift you up as well. But you're learning. You're learning. You know, I helped do calls the other day. I'm learning. That's what I have to do in my own business. You know, you help support someone by doing a live stream or sharing it. They're helping you too. So it's, I don't even know if it's volunteering. I think it's helping each other out. But if we're going to call it volunteering, okay. You know, I'm in.
Very good.
And appreciative of the benefit that comes back too.
Okay, is that who has not answered this question? I'm trying to tally over here. Tatiana?
Yeah.
Same question, sweetie.
So we talked earlier about sacrifice. I know ultimately it will be a sacrifice for me to add more to my plate, but it's something I'm willing to do. Taking care of a 6-month-old, starting my business, and I'm also on the praise and worship team at church. I know the plate is full. I like sectional plates. There is a section for volunteering. I've already started with the launch of my business, helping others. I see she's watching this live. Hi, Kendra. So ultimately, I would like a team that can help me with taking stuff off of my plate so that I have the opportunity to pour in, not necessarily back, but to know that I'm doing what is exactly what I set out to do, which is to empower other women and to make them reassured that we can do anything we put our minds to.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that answer. Y'all, I tell you, ladies, we have really enjoyed talking with you all this morning. Dr. Cynthia, Vicki, anything you all want to add before we wrap up and get out of here? Because we have folks on the link behind us.
Yes, we have people. So this isn't going to be a question because she asked the last question. So I'm going to say by a show of hands, I'm going to just throw this in here. So by applying for this $1 million grant that our coach has, what we understand as a part of this community, and those of you who may be joining the community very soon, if selected for the grant, is that this grant from Coach is actually a hand up and not a handout. So what you understand with all of this, we talked about the foundation and the volunteering, and I'm going to make this part a little bit unpretty, not feedback, but the constructive criticism, because you got to have a tough skin for that. If you can take all of that and you understand that this is a hand up and not a handout by a show of hands, because this grant would give people maybe about a 90% payment towards your furthering your business and your education. So by a show of hands, I just want to know, because you understand it's a hand up and not a handout. How committed are you committed to making sure that you do timely payments for the balance of your tuition? Okay, show of hands, because you understand that you have to do an investment in self, that it just can't be a complete handout. This is a hand up. So for our listening audience out there, if you want to be a part of this process and you want your portion, your piece of the pie, and you're willing to commit to all the things that these ladies have clearly told you that they're willing to commit to today, you want to go out to bit.ly/freewomen2020, bit.ly/freewomen2020 to have your opportunity to join in this $1 million grant, be a recipient, go through the process, and be willing to do and give and sacrifice all the things that the beautiful ladies on this panel this morning have told you that they have done and they're willing to do moving forward. And I just want to thank you, ladies. It's been a pleasure this morning. Thank you so much, Vicki.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
For me, I just want to say, first of all, you all did wonderful, and I would just say to get ready to do the work. I mean, to really do the work. That entrepreneurship really shows you who you are, and so be ready and willing to take the blinders off so that you can uncover everything that needs to be exposed about you so that you can live in and serve in purpose. And, don't be afraid of the pain that comes along with following your passion and living in purpose, because pain comes with it, but it's a feel good type of pain when you're serving in purpose. And I just say good luck to you all, and I hope to work closely with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that is going to wrap us up for today. One last thing I'd like to say, I'd like to acknowledge our audience out there who has been watching us today, because several of the ladies on here have had some cheerleaders out here, and I've seen some of their comments. Once again, I'd just like to say thank you all for joining us. You all have been faithful in joining us and watching us on the BYOB weekend show. We want you all to come back. Now, please don't miss your opportunity to apply and get your application in and get your piece of the pie, as Dr. Cynthia said. As Vicki has said, the time is now. So go to bit.ly/freewomen2020, and we will see you all on the next broadcast. Thank you, ladies.
Thank